So this example is on income tax part 2. Okay, so there's a few additional things that we have to calculate as well: universal social charge and PRSI. So you can see the universal social charge rates for the year and for the week here, and then you can see the actual percentages. Okay, so here's an example. Aidan has an annual salary of 57,000. We have to calculate his universal social charge for the year. So from the table, we can see that he pays 5% on the first 12,012. Sorry, 0.5%. You can see that he pays 2% on the next, on the difference between these two values. We can see that the difference between these two values is 7,862, and then it pays 2% on that. And then he pays 4.5% on anything between his 57,000 and then 19,874. So we need to calculate the difference in those two next. And you can see that the difference is 37,126. So then what we need to do is calculate each of those answers separately. And the first one, just calculating it in the calculator, you can see that the answer is €60.06. The second one is €157.24, and then the last one is $1,670.67. Now to calculate the total USC for the year, we need to add all of those three values together. So to add them up, you get a total of $1,887.97. Okay, so make sure always round money to two decimal places. Okay, example 2 requires us to do a bit more work than that. Connor has a weekly wage of €840. He pays USC at the usual rate and PRSI at 4%. He has a tax credit of €65, and he pays income tax at the standard rate of 20%. Calculate his take-home pay after all deductions are made. So the first one we will do is the one that you're used to already. We'll actually calculate his income tax. So it's going to be 840 by 20%. Just putting that into the calculator. You'll see that the answer is 168. Then his tax credits are €65, so we take those away, we get those back. So that means his income tax for the year is €803. The second one we will calculate is his universal social charge. Now looking at the weekly rates from the previous question here, we're going to use those weekly rates. So you can see that he pays €231 by the 0.5%. He has to pay the difference between 382 and 231, which is 151. 151 by the 2%, and then it's anything excess of that, he will pay at 4.5%. So we need to calculate the difference between his weekly wage, which is 840, and the 382. So we can see the difference is 458, and we put all of those into the calculator and we work out our answers. 231 times 0.5% is 1.155. The next one is 3.02, and then finally the last one is 20.61. So then what we need to do to calculate the total USC, we need to add all of those three together. Now the one thing to be careful with here, since money we only rounded to two decimal places, we will put this one here in as 1.16. And you'll see that your total USC is €24.79. And then the last one that we need to calculate is the PRSI. PRSI is made at 4%, so it's 840 times by 4%, and you will get the total. 840 times 4% is €33.60. So that is the total PRSI. Then what we need to do at the end is you get your €840, and you're going to take each one of those deductions away. You take away the 103, you take away the 33.60, and you also take away the 24.79. Now what we will have to do with that, best way to do it is we add those three figures together first of all. We get a total of 161.39, and then we take 161.39 away from 840, and you'll see that his take-home pay is 678.61 cents. So that is what's called his take-home pay. You'll also see it called the net pay, same thing as the net pay.